Alright, now so in the last video we went ahead and we created our model, we created our table, and we played, with a couple things in the auth folder, in the auth file right here in the configuration file, in the configuration folder. So now we want to go ahead and we actually want to set up our design or login design, and we want to go ahead and process the logic and all of that. All right, so the first thing that we need to take care of is simply the route. So if I go right here to web, let me copy like any one of those right here, and let me go down at the bottom and paste this in. So this will be, for example, log in like that, or just admin/login. All right, because we're gonna set also a prefix for it. All right. Just like the prefixes that we set right here. All right, so yeah, if we also go right here, I want to create a new controller, and I want to name it admins right here. So this will be admins also, and of course we will put it in a file, in a folder, and we'll call it admins. All right, and I want to do a function, and I will name this function view login, which will simply allow me to view the login page, and the name right here, I want to keep it so it will be log in or view that login, just like that. All right, so save this whole thing, and you might ask, why don't we create a registration page for our admins? Well, simply because if anybody can access it, he will be an admin on your web app, and that's of course shouldn't happen. All right, that doesn't make any sense. You will be the only, you should be the only one that creates admins right here. All right, so let's save this whole thing right here, and I want to go ahead and I want to create this this controller right here. So if I just go ahead and grab my command line, I'm gonna go something like php artisan make controller, and I'm gonna go and create an admins folder / and I will paste my controller name right there. All right, so if we simply press enter right now, this should be generated. All right, so as you can see, if we go right there at HTTP, and if we go to controllers, if we go to admins, there we go, our admins controller right there. So let me pick up this function right there. Let me go right here, public function view login like that, and I want to go ahead and I want to return view, and I want to go to the admins folder, and I want to return the view, and that view will be, for example, login like that. All right, nothing big. So let's save this whole thing. Let's now try to create this view. So I want to go down at the bottom in the resources, and I want to go to views, and I want to go and create this folder admins right there, and I want to create the login view inside it. All right, so I'm just gonna go login .blade.php. all right, so we want to go ahead and we want to actually create a master template for the admins, for the admins panel. All right, or for the admin panel, because of course we cannot use the layout, we cannot use the app right here, which is just dedicated for the users, and because the users and the admin panel do not have the same design. All right, they do not have the same header or the same footer. All right, so we have to create one right here, and I'm gonna name this one admin like that .blade.php. all right, so there we go. And of course we need the master template, or because the header and the footer are fixed, and we're gonna go ahead and require it or import it or extend it on every page that we will have in the admins folder right here. All right, so yeah, so in order for this to work, I want to go ahead right here, and I want to grab my header. So just go ahead and open up the code that I gave you right here for the admin panel. So I have mine open right here in Sublime. So I want to go ahead to the index, and I want to pick up my header and my footer. So we're gonna start picking the header from this div right here with the class container fluid. So copy this whole thing, and let's go right here and paste it in. All right, and save. I want to go to the master template of the users, and then I want to pick up the code that will allow me to fetch the body dynamically, which is the yield content right here, you know, this whole main. So let's go right here and just paste this in like that. All right, so right after this, now I want to grab the footer to finish this thing up. So I want to go right here and maybe like pick up starting from here, copy this. Now let's go right here and paste like that. All right, so now save this whole thing. All right, so now after we saved this whole thing, let's now go ahead and extend this master template that we have right here on our login. So I'm just gonna go at extends like that, and I'm gonna go to layouts, and I'm gonna extend layouts.admin just like that. All right, so I'm gonna go right after this, and I'm gonna go add section right here, and I'm gonna fetch the content in order to actually start my own section, you know, and grab the dynamic body. All right, so I'm gonna go right after this, and I'm gonna go in section, save. Let's now go ahead to the admins folder, and if we go to login-admins, we can simply pick up the dynamic body, which is simply just a form. All right, so for the div right here, I'm gonna go to the div with the class row. As you can see, there is the container dash fluid, you know, and the whole thing like above it is simply just the fixed header that we put inside the template master, you know. So I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna copy this whole row, and I'm gonna go and paste this whole thing in. All right, so save. All right, now, so if we now try to access the, you know, to access this link right here, we should see our, you know, our admin, sorry, our login form. All right, so if we just go slash, and if we go slash admin slash login, just like that, you'll actually see our form. The design may be messed up because we have to fix the style file link. All right, so layouts.admin not found. All right, so maybe we did something. All right, so the blade, I wrote the word blade wrong. This is why it was not showing up when I tried to import it. All right, so now if I change this, as you can see, it's gonna refresh on its own, and it should actually show up or view our login, and now it's going to show view our login right there. All right, so there is our login. The design is messed up with the form. You can see that we have the links of the widget on the left side, the right over here in the header, because if you look at our design right here, you look right here at the login, as you can see, those links should be on the side, not right here at the header. You know, and that's because we did not even import our style file. If we go to the console right there, as you can see, it says right here for the style responded with a status 404. All right, so we have to go ahead to the admin right here, and of course right inside the admin template master, we should be grabbing or importing every style, every JavaScript CSS file, and all of that. So I want to go right here, and I want to go asset, and I want to go to assets right here, and I'm going to create a folder. I will name it styles, and I'm going to create a file style right there, and simply I will just import them like that. All right, so if I go to the assets right now in the public folder, if I go right here, and I want to create a styles folder. All right, and I want to create a style.css file. All right, so if we go right here to the styles, and if we go to style.css, if we copy this, and if we go right here and paste, save like that. All right, so if we refresh this now, this should actually be, as you can see right here, now we can view our login, and the links are right here on the side. they're not in the header. All right, so yeah, and actually when we view our login page like that, those links right here should not be here. All right, but we're gonna validate everything in the future. All right, so the next step after we view our login page like that, I want to go ahead and I want to work with the logic. So again, let me close this and let me also close this. Again, I want to go to the routes and I want to copy this and paste right there. So I'm going to keep those posts the same, and I'm going to make this so it will be a type of post. All right, and I want to go ahead and I want to go check log n for the function. And I'm going to go right there and give the name so it will be check dot login like that. All right, so save this. Let's now go ahead and grab the function name. Let's go down at the bottom and paste like that. Copy this function and paste. Got this and paste like that. All right, so we need to pass in a request like that, and we need to pass in an instance from it request just like that. All right, so now we need to process our own logic, and I forgot even to open up my file right here. So let me just go back, let me go right here, and let me go, yeah, I know that this is not the same for you, but you will find this code for the login logic, this code right here. Just check out the resources section for this video and you will find this code, and this code will allow us to simply, if we copy it, it will allow us to go ahead and log in. All right, so if I paste it, I'm going to explain it a bit. So the remember me right here doesn't actually matter that much, so just ignore it. If we go right here and if it says if auth guard, so if we're working with the auth with the admin role right here, or with the admin guard right here, and we're trying to make an authentication, we're going to attempt the email and the password that are coming from the inputs with the email name and with the password name right there. All right, so we're going to grab both of them, and if they simply match, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to this route right here, which is the index route, all right, or the dashboard route in the admins right here. All right, and if not, if they basically do not match, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna redirect back with an error message right here. All right, and right after this, actually, let's delete this right there. All right, so this is everything about this code, so you just save it. The next step right there, it will be for the form. So I want to go to the form right here. So I want to go so as you can see, the method right here is post, and the action, it will be route, and we're going to pass in route right there. So the route, it will be check.login. All right, so as you can see, right here I want to add my CSRF. All right, so for the type right here is input, and the name sorry, for the type is email and the name is email, and this is the input for the email right there. All right, so for the input right here, the type is password and the name is password. So yeah, everything right here is cool actually, and the button right here, type is submit and the name is submit. So yeah, for the login form right now, everything looks cool for me. So I guess that we have nothing else but to try and see what's gonna go down. And even before that, I forgot that we need some kind of data to log in with, and that data should be in the admin stable, in our admin stable right there. All right, so I want to go ahead right here and I want to insert some data inside this admin stable. So just give it a second. So for the name, I'm going to keep it admin.first, for example, and I'm going to go for the email. Let's copy the name and let's go right here and go at admin.com. All right, for the password, we need some kind of hash, because if we're trying to log in, this right here, this guard will require us to actually use some kind of hash to log in with. All right, we cannot log in, we cannot insert just some characters and numbers for the password right there. All right, so what's gonna happen basically when we go ahead and log in with, of course we're gonna log in not using the hash right here. We're gonna write some characters and numbers and all of that, but the form we will take it, and it will hash it, and it will match it, with a hash, a unique hash that we already have in the database. So if it matches, that means that this guy has the right password. All right, so this is what's gonna go down basically. So I want to go ahead right here, and I want to grab some kind of hash that I know the real password for. If I go to the users table right here, you will see actually that I have hashes right here, of course. So I'm just gonna grab this hash right there, and I already know the real password for it, and it's the email because I kept the password and the email the same. All right, so just copy this and go right here, right here at the password, and paste, and let's click go. All right, so there we go. All right, so now we need to go ahead, let's refresh this, and let's try to log in. So there is the email for this guy right there, and paste this in. If we go to the users table again, the password is the same as the email, but I inserted the hash inside the database or inside the column, and I need to use this email to log in the raw data. All right, so paste the email in, which is our password, and click log in like that. Let's see what's gonna go down basically. So yeah, it says right here. So yeah, if we look right here at the logic, you can see that it's not identifying this route because simply we did not even create it. So that's fair. So if I copy it, go down at the bottom, if I copy this part right here and paste, so this will be get like that, and this will be just admin, just like this one, or we can go admin/index. This will be at the index page, the index page for the admins. All right, so, or for the admin panel. Right, so copy this route and paste it right here at the name. All right, and in the admins controller, I want to go something like I want to go for the function, and this will be index. So just copy this function name, and let's go down and paste this in. Copy this part, go down there and paste like that. So cut this and paste. So if we go right here and remove this, and I want to simply, for this route right here, I want this to go ahead and go return view, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to the admins folder, and I'm gonna go for the index view right here. So let's copy this index, and let's go right here, and let's create it. So this will be index.blade.php, and simply the index is right there. If we go down, you can see that we will start, like this will happen like for every page that we will have. We will start grabbing the body from the div with the class row. So copy this whole thing. Let me go right there and paste, and let's go to the login. Let me copy those right now and paste like that. All right, this is simply the page that will allow us to see some really simple stats about our web app. So yeah, save like that. All right, so as you can see, let's go down once again. All right, so let's go to the login. So let's now go ahead and refresh this. Let's try to log in once again. So there is the email and there is the password. Click login. All right, so as you can see, we're going to admin/index, which is which views or which spits out the index page right here. So yeah, this is actually everything for this video. In the next one, we should display like the user or the admin name right there, and we should do a bunch of validations here and there.